Gordon Haynes Harvesting was built with passion from the ground up. Both Gordon and his son David knew harvesting backwards and forwards, and what was more, Gordon was a fantastic engineer. There was never a blueprint or plan to be seen for the combine trailer, bunkhouses, header trailer, or the low loaders he built. It all seemed to be locked away in his head, and the way Gordon worked it was truly a sight to behold. Gordon first started as a harvester in 1958 with one combine, one truck, Gordon's brother Larry and wife Laura Jane. They had several jobs in their first year, and as time went on, the operation grew. More combines were added to the fleet, and their customer list grew. The company expanded into the 1970s, but not without its challenges and lessons learned. Gordon Haynes Harvesting has been, and always will be, a family enterprise. Laura Jane was the cook for many years, and during the earlier ones, when the crew was smaller, she'd cook for everyone, hired hands included. They would sit at a table and eat as a family. Gordon even brought his daughters, Mackenzie, Melanie, and Miranda, out into the field at tender ages, teaching them to operate the combines and tractors that hauled the grain carts. In the late 70s, Gordon had employed his sons, David and Gary Wayne, as crew managers, both of whom had grown up alongside their father in the wheat fields. The operation was running very smoothly with 8 machines, all John Deere Titans, as they booked harvesting stops all the way from Vernon, Texas to Cutbank, Montana. In the late 70s and early 80s, Gordon placed an order with the International Harvester for 8 IH 1480 machines with 30-foot headers. This made Gordon one of the biggest, if not the biggest at the time, with IH axial flow machines. In fact, it made the front cover of the IH Forum magazine with a full article inside. Gordon ran those machines for 2 seasons, and by the second, they each had more than 2,000 hours on them, so Gordon went back to John Deere, and over time they became so proficient with the Deere machines that workers at the John Deere dealerships would call Gordon and David with mechanical questions about the equipment. And without hesitation, they knew the answer and were quick to explain how to fix the problem. Gordon had started working with Ohio State University in the early 80s to get young guys from Europe to work on harvest. To this day, Gordon Haynes Harvesting supports the exchange student programs by employing workers from South Africa, the United Kingdom, and Ireland. Over the years, Gordon Haynes Harvesting has won several awards for running a safe operation. Both Gordon and David were always hot on safety. The words "don't back up until you called on the radio and made sure it was safe" were drilled into all the new guys. In 2008, after 50 years of commitment to the harvest, poor health forced Gordon to retire from the day-to-day running of the operation, so David was handed the reins to carry on in Gordon's name. However, Gordon would still occasionally venture out in the field and help drive trucks when they were moving to New Dumas, Texas. At the shop in Vernon, when the harvest got started, you'd still hear him on the radio. But with great sadness, in 2012, after a lengthy struggle with cancer, Gordon Haynes passed away. The operation left David's hands to continue the work his father had built. It was no easy task, and Gordon's passing took a noticeable toll on him. In the spring of 2014, David also retired from harvesting, and then on August 17, 2014, with even more great sadness, David passed away from a heart attack. A former employee sums up the life and work of Gordon and David. "I know these two are not knights in shining armor. They've made mistakes, screwed up at times, but they both love their family and being in the harvesting business. There are lots of guys around the world that have done harvest with them. It was tough, almost like being in the Army at times, but they taught you respect and how to look after yourself. We had lots of laughs, and as Gordon used to say, you work hard, you play hard. We did that and loved our time with the Haynes family." And even though they're not here with us today, we honor Gordon and David Haynes with their induction into the U.S. Custom Harvester Hall of Fame.